Greetings, everyone. How's it going? This is CJM Extra, and I am Jeff, and I'm here with.
Michael?
And tonight, if you see the picture, it's all about them 90s, baby. That's right.
Oh,
We're going to talk about 90s shit and a little bit early 2000s, depending how this goes.
true. So for what we did, it's
But we.
90, baby.
Yes. And what we did back in, I guess, the golden times, before fucking internet, like before social media and before anything else, everything was kind of coded with, there were like unspoken rules you did as a kid and at
Yep.
home that just balanced everything out. Like, Mike, do you know that whole thing about if lights come on outside, you have to go inside, especially, or something like that?
Yeah.
And that was a rule to live by. Even if you never go outside, that's something. If it gets dark, you have to go back home, because we had no cell phones, and I mean, some things might have been a little bit more looser, a smidge, a little bit, but still,
hmm
it was more about kind of having common sense as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm. So, before we get into the main hash of everything, like a minute ago, we were talking a little about One Piece.
Yeah.
One Piece celebrated its 1000th episode like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's a big milestone for like one of the longest running shonen, technically.
Yeah, one of the longest running and one of the most popular.
One
It's
of the
still
most
going.
popular. That's more in the zeitgeist compared to like other manga series that's still going, but that's still pretty prominent, like Detective Conan. I
Yeah.
digress.
hmm
It's more popular. That's more popular in Japan more than America, sadly, because reasons. Not more.
Yeah,
It's
true
sad.
enough.
It's sad, but and
hmm
yeah, and we just talking about One Piece and the fact that Boa Hancock like loves Luffy and he's just totally oblivious. And I thinking he could be asexual more in how he does things because he does not think about women or anything except me being having his dream and having fun and exploring a world known as One Piece or something like that.
hmm
And how, I don't know, Zoro gets lost on lots of occasions.
He gets lost a lot.
Yeah, two does.
It's funny.
It is. I mean, depending. I mean, I remember.
Depending.
I
The
remember
guy
that.
ain't here.
I remember one clearly one time, and that is not the Innis Lobby arc. It's more the arc before that, when it came to them going on that cloud island or whatever, dealing with that
Oh,
dude
yeah.
with the long earlobes that shot lightning, and he said he was declaring
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
as God.
Skype. Yeah.
Skypiea, the Skypiea arc, which was of course long because it's
Yeah.
Alabasta and shit. So
Yeah.
it was just like the crew like dealing with all that stuff and finding a long lost bell land and everything, and it's like curious, like what the fuck could they get involved in on a fucking cloud island and a lot of shit because um Nico Bobbin just arrived and they don't know what to do with her. So she was just there, just vibing and, doing her own thing, sipping a cup of coffee or something, and just saying, I'll in the background. I'm not the main character here. I'll let Luffy lead. I don't care. Usopp's
Pretty much.
Usopp's trying to fix the ship, even though he's not a shipwright. He's an engineer, but he's not a shipwright, so he can only do so much.
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
that was pretty much that was kind of more of a smaller thing that he was dealing with before Ennis Lobby.
Yeah, definitely. Ship was breaking apart at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it went through a lot of a lot of damage and a lot of
Yep.
shit. So, and that becomes a big thing later in Water Seven and Ennis Lobby because if you don't know, spoiler alert, Usopp leaves because him and Luffy have a disagreement about stuff, and even though that it was a misunderstanding,
Yeah, and you know Luffy was right because the ship was breaking apart, and I get what Usopp was trying to say, but Luffy is the captain.
He is the captain. I mean, you gotta follow the captain's
Like,
order. Like,
yeah, just like Zoro said at the end of that arc, you're the captain. Even if you don't agree with the decision, you're still in charge, and so he has to like apologize. That type of stuff.
yeah, even though, like, it was like, even though not some of the others were like saying, no, forgive him, but Zoro was right on that one.
Yes, in that point, because he is captain, even if like Luffy does make dumb decisions. We get that, but in that instance, Luffy is going with what his gut is saying in the evidence that the
And,
ship was not gonna make it.
and everyone at Water 7, all the shipwrights were saying, this ship's done for, dude, so you're gonna need to make a choice.
Yeah, definitely. It was a hard choice, I guess, for all of them, but it's the right one. Yeah.
Yeah, and for Usopp, that shit more went into his whole lack of um fortitude of what he was doing and contributing because you got like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji like pretty much doing the big doing the big shit of fighting the big enemies and shit, and him not realizing he contributes in his own way even if he's not like a warrior of the sea and like a big fighter technically, he can still like protect things or whatever and do things in his own way. But he didn't see
Mm-hmm.
that about himself, and but also contributed to said big argument and stuff.
Yeah.
And and Chopper, I mean, oh god, Chopper, he was also there, and he's like one of the newer members, so he's a doctor,
Yeah.
so whatever. I mean, Chopper and
Yeah.
Nami, they're like, definitely like, okay.
Their support, more or less. Like, not me smart one, let's be honest. More or less, depending. Unless money gets involved, and all reason goes out the door.
Yes, because she is the official treasurer of that group, and
Yeah.
she pretty much also gives them an allowance, I
Yeah.
believe, from what I remember, and that if you did, and also if you didn't put a cap on that, Luffy would just spend everything on meat. So
Yeah.
all the other
Luffy's.
Luffy's, God, he's an idiot. Or
Yeah.
dinosaur.
They'd be starving.
I, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not the. I mean, I like One Piece, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it, or like would go above and beyond. I
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I mean, honestly, I'm listening from Nico Bobbin and shit. As I said
Mm-hmm.
once, Nico Bobbin's my favorite character in that crew because she can peace out whenever she wants, if she
Yeah.
really wanted to, and she just chooses to stay there. So yeah.
True.
But anyway, in a Lobby, Skypiea arc, Nico Robin's support. I remember, and clearly those episodes are a slow burn, but it gets good as you get deep into the mystery of why it's up there and what's happening and who is this alleged god who strikes down lightning and thunder among
Mm-hmm.
the Skypeans and shit. And Laura Bailey, I believe. Yeah, she played a character on that arc, and I think that's like the only time I think that was one of Laura Bailey's last roles in at the time of animation,
You're
because oh god, Skypiea arc happened like like that dub did not come out till like a couple of years later, like 2 or 3 years later, so it was a minute.
right.
But I think this was also around the time, or almost around the time of Brotherhood was coming out, and Laura Bailey
Mm-hmm.
came back for Lust, of course, and shit. Like,
Yes.
but yeah, Skypiea. One day, I guess I'll talk about One Piece, but but I'm not like the most devoted person. I just know like the general list of information and certain things.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably talk about it one day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But right now,
I
night.
think.
Oh, but yeah,
Yeah. I think Rocky would know because he's caught up the manga. I think.
Oh yeah, she loves Sanji, right?
Yeah, Sanji. You might have more knowledge about manga and stuff.
Particularly with him and him being like, oh, what's Sanji's deal? His family is like royalty or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
he also has a kind of like a sad story with his mother dying and something about and like artificially enhanced humans and that it didn't get to him and shit, and he was bullied a lot and whatever. It was more like survival of the fittest with Sanji's upbringing for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I just know that much, and he has that super armor galactic suit or something he had in that current one of the episodes, just flying about and being invisible or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Mm. But right now, okay, so 90s. What, what to say about 90s? Well, the era was different. Something about the 90s was just big and revolutionary in a way because it was after, of course, the 80s of the whole, what is it, neon, a lot of crappy, fun movies,
Mm-hmm.
and other things. Music was kind of going through a revolution because this was also the beginning of rap or hip hop, I should say.
Yeah.
Artists was coming and going. The newer generation, Generation X. Yeah, that's them. Generation X. They were kids in the '80s, and then now becoming like teens, early teens, and they were ruling the world with Nirvana and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I and in 1990, oh god, I can't really remember much about 1990 except that I was just like 6 or 7 years. I was 6 years old or something, and I had like a Nintendo and I enjoyed playing that at the day, and maybe Super Nintendo because apparently Super Nintendo came out a year after Nintendo or 2 years after or something.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember, like, my grandma got me my first Nintendo, like, let's say around, like, 1991, I think.
Hmm.
I got it. Yeah, so I got, like, standard Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt.
With the
Good
gun, with
time.
that gun, with that gun and
Yeah,
everything.
the orange and gray gun, which I still have, by the way.
Same. Um, and also like, if you do you remember any of your Nintendo games that you played?
I played, a lot of times I played, like, Legend of Zelda, um, just still have, and, like, Golden Edition, from Golden Color, not Gold, real.
Hmm.
It's Golden Color, let's see, Mega Man, see what else, Mega Man, Super Mario 2, 3, which are favorites of mine. I also used to rent like Nintendo games. Like yeah,
Nice.
and like the Lost Levels, which is hard.
Really? I don't think I ever played that.
Yeah, because that's technically the original Super Mario Bros. 2,
Hmm.
but it's too hard.
Hmm.
So so Japan changed because like believe it or not, Super Mario 2 was originally another game, and then they just changed the Mario sprites in it, and yeah.
Oh, okay. I had no clue because I thought Super Mario 2 was just like the one we know of you get to play as either Mario, Luigi, Toad, or Princess Toad
Yeah,
too.
because originally a different game. I forget the name of the original game, but it was a different, originally it was made to be a different game. And then they changed the sprites. North America, they just released it as Super Mario Bros. 2.
Oh, okay. Have you ever beaten any of those Super Mario games?
I beat 3 and 2. And 1, I think I did, but almost did, I think. I never know. Oh, I beat. It's been years.
I have never beaten any of those Super Mario games. I know I could get to like some of the levels. For the first game, I'm able to like get to the first like world, but other than that, I think I always fell off and everything. And
Yeah, like Super Mario 35, I think I got to level 6, and I've forgotten beyond level 6. Like, yeah. Because I got to the last cast, like, oh yeah, it's back to going again. God. Oops. It's been 10 years.
Super Mario 3, I think I was more better at 'cause I never physically owned two. My cousin owned two, and I put it at his house. But I had Super Mario 3, which I loved. And this is
Mm-hmm.
for the Nintendo, and I think I was okay with that. But at the same time, this was still before saves, so you always had to restart it on any of these older systems. There was no save file like how it is nowadays. So you were fucked. So you always have to
Yeah,
restart a game.
I think yeah, like 3, but not like, not like, save points 3, like, start there.
Oh, you're right.
Unless you kind of,
Yeah, Super
yeah.
Mario 3 and Super Mario World had saves
Yes.
slots.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, now that I think about it, didn't you also own like Batman?
Yes, I had Batman. That was a good game.
The music
I
was fucking
remember,
awesome.
yeah, music was great. Sadly, I let my copy to some friends, like to one of my mom's friends' kids, and they never get back. So, yeah,
Wait, what?
like this is like years ago. Like one of my mom's friends' kids like borrowed it, and like I got something else from them, like a video, and I don't think we ever like gave each other back stuff. So yeah, they
So
ended
it
up
was like
like,
a permanent trade.
yeah, so they ended up like a Nightmare Before Christmas or something. Sometimes I think it was like a DVD or not VHS.
VHS.
And like, yeah, it's VHS. So like, yeah, yeah. So I never completely beaten that game. I got like maybe the level World 4. I think there's like 5 levels in that game.
There's only five. Why did I think it was longer? I don't. I could never
Well,
beat
there's
the. I
like
can only beat the
5.
first world or level.
Well, there's 5 for like worlds, but there's like 3 like parts in it. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the game's seriously hard.
Wow. Okay. This is for Batman. I've never really. I played Batman. I just never beaten him. Mike got much more farther than me. So.
Yeah, I got to like World 4, and then yeah, and then I never got to progress beyond that, and then yeah. Oh well.
Well, at the time when this happened, though, I when it, like you were like a little bit older, so don't you do you think you might have like not have been it might have been much of a big deal that you never got it back, or was it a big deal?
I don't think it's a big deal there. Forgot about it. And I think they moved, so I got to say, oh, whatever.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mike.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, it was like a big oof on me to forget, but whatever. It's not the worst that ever happened.
I mean, you got a tape from it, I guess.
Yeah, I got something. It's not like I got away empty-handed.
So that's Nintendo. Super Nintendo also came out, and I got that, but I didn't really have much Super Nintendo games, so um, I don't have many memories of playing that much, except for the ones I rented sometimes from Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I rented more Super Nintendo than Like, like besides like Donkey Kong Country and Latin, like which are games like beaten, like
Nice,
also help of course.
nice, nice.
Cause like my sister was really good at Genie Land, and I was like shit at it.
She
But
was.
I was really good at the carpet level,
Oh,
flying
okay.
carpet level, so like, it was like a trade off.
Alright, so I'm guessing your sister, she was like what, not like 7 or 8 when she played with you?
Yeah. Yeah, and we beat that game, and yeah,
In one
it
night?
was good. Yeah, one night, it was really
Damn.
good.
Okay, dude. Sheesh.
I mean, it's short game. It's
It
not like
is. Again, I mean, I've seen the case. I've seen the case, but I never rented it because I had Aladdin on Sega Genesis.
yeah. And they got my prime, and think I could beat it in 40 minutes.
But it seems like these games aren't long. I'm seeing now. It's kind of
Well,
sad. Like,
some of them are
oh,
long because some of them are hard. Some of them are just easy. But yeah, some of those like old Nintendo games was like rough.
Mega Man's rough. I'm not sure why you on Earth would you ever get Mega Man. That shit was like seemed like it was impossible.
Well, Metroid is worse.
Ouch.
Believe me. Well, the first one's definitely rough.
I've never played a Metroid game, so I am like a lost lamb when you say it's hard. Like, but I get it.
Yeah, it's rough
Hmm.
because they didn't quite get mapping work correctly.
Oof.
The later game it got better.
Okay.
It's hard.
Hmm. What about Castlevania? You played
Um.
more of that,
Oh
right?
yeah, I played that. I had Super Castlevania. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Original Castlevania is good. Um, I don't think I played second one. 3 I never played, but I know that's hard. But Super Castlevania was good. I enjoyed it. No, thanks of course to the Castlevania anime, which was good.
Oh, the one on Netflix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like 3, a little bit of sympathy and night connection, a little bit. Like like Dracula's son, Alucard, and stuff.
Yeah, that I know more of that through the anime than the game itself because I never heard of Castlevania when I was a kid. So this is like I'm aware of it now due to the anime, which was fucking great
Mm,
by the way, because God, that animation sequence of action is just good and the characters are lovable, or at least you like some of them and you want some of them to die, but and then you
yeah,
build up the expectation and then it's just like, oh,
yeah,
this felt kind of rushed. Okay.
yeah. They kind of combine some stuff too from my other games as well.
The dude that's the sorcerer that's with the vampire chicks, right?
Yeah, I think Castlevania 2 maybe, and some of the other spin-off games. Or not spin-off games, but like other Castlevania games. I think they came from them. Um, I know, Mala, the
Hmm.
she's a boss in some of the games, not the original, or 3, or for Super Castlevania because they deal with the Bella, but like some spin-offs of the thing.
Did you grasp any of the story it was trying to say when you were a kid playing this game, or was it like, no?
I mean, stories back then weren't that complicated.
Hmm.
Like, honestly, somebody saying the night came out, then they had a little bit of story, a little bit. But I mean, stories kind of silly at times, but yeah, at least voice acting is kind of silly. But but once again, we're just getting started. Voice acting is like that's like mid late 90s when it came out, I believe. Like
Okay.
PS1, PS2 era, very close to it, I think.
Hmm.
I want to say. But yeah. But yeah, no, Castlevania was fun, and I enjoyed it. Something in the Night is good. I've been playing to the Castlevania Collection, which is fun.
You're playing it on the
Well,
Switch, right?
yeah, Switch, which is good. It's good to get old school Castlevania stuff.
Nice. Um, for me, I even though Super Nintendo, I had it's like maybe fewer games on there. I was a big Sega Genesis kid back then,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I loved all the Sonics. I have like Sonic 3, which is like one of my favorite games to play due to memory,
Mm-hmm.
and X-Men because X-Men was great big at the time because 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing X-Men, and I also remember playing an X-Men game on Super Nintendo, which was just like had faster graphics. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I remember playing God, Aladdin. Oh, I remember having Game Gear and playing some games on that. Like Batman Returns was fun, and I played that game, which was fun. I'm happy.
Yeah. That was a good game too. Like it's like my friend had a Sega Genesis.
Cool.
So that's why I play like Genesis games at his place.
Hell yeah. Um. Oh yeah. So a lot of fun on Sega Genesis for like up to like a couple of years, and I was still primarily big at the time. But by the mid '90s, it was like a bigger shift in the game spectrum that no one expected when we got like the PlayStation
Mm-hmm.
by Sony, and everything
Yeah.
was revolving around disc, an actual disc, and not a cartridge, which was big.
Yeah. That was big. Especially when the second version came.
Yes, and as you know, technology was advancing little by little. So this is by the mid '90s, like maybe like some aspect of the internet and shit, dial up or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Which again, if you know the joke, dial up sucks because you tied up the line, you put up like money, and it's bad. It was a big thing, so it's a good
Yeah.
thing we have Wi-Fi now.
Yeah. It's a good thing because you couldn't get a phone call. You couldn't make a phone call. Like that, man.
Yeah, so
Back
tied up the line and shit, so you couldn't really get through anything. Which, oh man, thinking about the internet back then was
it was
it's kind of bittersweet, more or less for various reasons from my end. But I'm not gonna go into it. But it's like, oh no, okay.
it was rough back then.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs. Even though I do remember some, particular websites I went on, which was for me only to know, and they don't exist now, which is kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ugh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like early YouTube videos that you can never get back
Oh yeah,
when
that's true.
YouTube was
Like
like
when,
primarily kind of like low and it's like, oh wow.
yeah, or like when Google used to have their own like separate video thing before they bought YouTube.
Yeah, it's a thing. But yeah. Um, Getting over the whole internet's craze and everything and disc up PlayStation. First time I guess the secondary low tier version of a PlayStation I got for myself was a Sega Saturn, and
Mm-hmm.
one would think I would regret it. No, I didn't because they had like a lot of Sonic games on there. I was good, and some fighting games. I was happy. I
Mm-hmm.
and that was like I was like a sixth grade. I got it, sixth, seventh grade. I got a Sega Saturn and had that for like 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Played a lot of games, and I'll say this: Sega Saturn got me through my middle school years, which was
Oh,
immensely helpful. Which was immensely helpful.
oh yeah.
Mhm. And I got a PlayStation in like around 1998 though, and I had like 4 games I rented, and I became a PlayStation head. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my beginning of the end story of how I began the PlayStation from Sega Genesis, no, from Sega Saturn to PlayStation. I never owned an N64.
Yeah, I never did either. My cousins did. I got to play with their system. But yeah, like I didn't own too many game systems after Super Nintendo. I think. Well, we did. We did own a PlayStation 2, which was cool.
Who had a PS2? I find it hard to believe. You
Yeah.
seemed like you were more into like watching movies and reading, dude.
Well, I was. Like, at the time I took a break, I think, from gaming. But we did have a PS2. So, like, we played the Spyros and other games.
Spyro was
So,
big for a lot. I know Spyro. Crash Bandicoot,
yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, so we got to play that for a bit. Then I eventually got the Xbox 360 because at the time, Kara was dating someone who had Xbox 360 and a bunch of games. So we kind of like, traded and stuff. Eventually got a bunch of free games from him as well. So yeah, worked out.
This was back in like what 2008.
Yeah, this was 2010, I think. Right
So,
around when Arkham Asylum was out and Arkham City was coming out.
oh yeah, you love. Yeah, you're like very big into the Arkham Asylum, dude.
Yes, I love that game, and it is one of my favorites.
He beat the game on hard mode as well. That's something I've never done. I chose not to
Yeah,
do.
I beat it in all three modes: easy, normal, hard. And surprisingly, hard mode isn't bad. Like the very end, it's like oof. I was like, oh, curse those stupid knife guys.
I mean, the ninth. Okay. Well, I know we're talking about '90s stuff, but okay, we're gonna just break through for this one instant. Okay, the knife dudes and those Arkham Asylum cheat. But then again, I think the directions is not very clear that you have to hold the button. You have to hold the fucking button to like parry damn thing. They weren't really clear on that. Seriously.
Yeah, I was terrible at that, so it was like dodge him or use my cape to knock them out. But yeah, there was a pain in the butt. And those lunatics, they were so worse.
It just came out of nowhere. Just gave you a. They actually gave me a jump scare. Where the fuck that shit? Where the fuck they come from?
Yeah, no, it's kind of annoying. It's like, beat him up.
And of course, it's Batman, so it's not like he's showing any fear. And it's like
No,
he just knocks him. He just taps him on the head or something.
Yeah, just like, bombs. Knocks like shit. You in Arkham City, when like Solomon Grundy's about to punch him, no fear, no flinching either. Just like, oh.
Solomon Grundy born on Monday and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now he is the Caped Crusader without fear or something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the main discussion at hand and everything of '90s stuff and the traveling through the game years, I guess first. It's been pretty big, and then I got a PS2 like in like 2002, I think. I got a PS2, and I got Kingdom Hearts, which was fucking like a revolutionary for me to play because I love that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say this much: my very first time I played a PlayStation. I had like a game magazine that I still have to this day, Electric Gaming or something.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing a image of this like anime game or whatever, which was big for me. It was called Thousand Arms. And I said, I want to get that game. So I asked mom, could she try to find it for me? She could try to find it for me for like my birthday or Christmas. And this was like my beginning year of starting high school in 1999. So yeah. So I got Thousand Arms for like Christmas, I believe, and it took a minute to really get into it because I got kind of like freaked. I got kind of like a little intimidated by it at first because it was an RPG and everything. So that was like the very first RPG I played. But then later in the year, I started playing it again, and I started getting it, like getting the feel for it, what you're supposed to do, and dealing with all the bosses, which got kind of relatively hard, and it was like no cheat codes for it. So you had to just like
Mm-hmm.
go down, use your brain, and figure it out for how
Yeah.
to like beat bosses because it's like a
Mm-hmm.
turn-based system, not like what it is today.
True.
Like you gotta like plan like what you're gonna do, and it's like it's not even about leveling up because it's not even about leveling up because there's only so many parts you can level up that you just gotta bite the bullet and fight the boss and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was this one part in Thousand Arms I really hated doing, but it was like dealing with like trying to stop a rampaging train from crashing into something. But before you
Mm-hmm.
stopped it, you had to figure out to deal with this robot dude that merged with the train or something, and it had a
Mm-hmm.
wicked and he had a wicked ability to paralyze you if you didn't like defend yourself at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And if all your characters got paralyzed, it was game over.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to like defend at the right times and just pray to God or whatever that I could get through it. It took a minute and everything, but I was able to figure it out and beat the fucking boss.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about like timing, like whatever attacks you have, and like you don't go all out with your fucking special attacks because you only have so many attacks. You have to like really be on the defensive and then plan when you're gonna attack, then use your special attacks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't about Thousand Arms. Thousand Arms, I grew on me. It became one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and I still love it to this day. And
Yeah.
it's what really got me established in the JRPG arc of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some fighting games I used to play on PlayStation, like well, I preferred like Street Fighter versus X-Men versus Street Fighter because I was like an anime-esque game because Street Fighter Alpha characters meeting X-Men characters from the big show in the '90s, which was fun. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's fun. Gamers run like fighting games are fun. It's not particularly good at them. So
They were
I think.
fun, but at the same time, relatively better. They're easy, kind of easy compared to now.
Mm-hmm. True.
I could like on Super Nintendo, for instance. I played Street Fighter Alpha, which was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could use some of those characters and beat the game with their characters and shit, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Yeah.
when it came to later games, like now, it's like, okay, I suck ass.
Yeah. Me and Persona 4. The young boss kicks my ass off.
How the fuck does how the fuck does how the fuck does Johnny Young Bosch kick your ass in P4? It shouldn't really be that hard, depending on the difficulty level.
Well, I think it's just because I'm not good against him. But against final boss, no, yeah.
Who character are you using? Who are you maining again?
I forget who it was, but I know I beat him with man with Lee's character.
Yukiko?
Yeah, Yukiko. Like, she's useful against him. I tried some of the other characters. They sucked against him. So fuck him.
Well,
Go.
depending, I would say for you, don't use Naruto. She's like a little bit more complex, and Kanji.
Yeah.
Yosuke's alright. He's like one of the quicker characters, like
Mm-hmm.
Yosuke, Chio, Yukiko. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
I would stick to those three primarily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have like relative. It's their fighting style, really.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, a young boss kicked your ass. Sadly, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, you'll say. I'll get you one day, Johnny Young.
Hopefully you do.
Nah, not literally to John, but yeah.
Well, with his character, you know, Akami.
Yeah, yeah. some reason he's the hardest for
Maybe
everyone
it's
else.
because he has that sword and electric attacks and shit, and he's like very
Yeah,
aggressive.
everyone else piece of cake. Him, it's like, oh god, one fear.
Does he? Oh wait, did he one shot you with his like ultimate attack?
Yeah, it's like,
Like
maybe.
what was it like? Cold, the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
You're Davy Johnny Max, I will get you. That's what mean. No fear, one fear.
Izanagi.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Anything else with the gaming history with any of these old systems? Do you remember playing Batman Forever on Sega? If you had
Yes. I mean, I remember seeing it. I've seen in some other ones. Like, I remember. I think the arcade one was hard. I remember. And some of those games, Batman games, were first like, hard.
it. Yeah, they were for like a action game.
Yeah, you think, but no, they're yeah.
It was some of those games were really hard to play as. Really,
Yeah, it's like, damn.
it really sucked when you had a game over too,
Yeah, it's like, damn it.
and you had to start all over again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I can add anything else more to games or
Mm-hmm.
systems. So, what did you like to watch as a kid in the '90s, Mike?
In the 90s, I watched like a lot of, old school, like cartoons. Like I watched a lot of like Looney Tunes as a kid. Um, Looney Tunes, Rugrats, Doug, and Ren Stimpy because, again, 90s kid. I was there. The premiere night when those three shows came out. Classic. And stuff. But I also like watched a lot of Mystery Science as a kid.
Yeah, that
Like,
went over my head. I wouldn't have watched. I remember seeing those three figures waking up in the middle of the night, but it really wasn't for me.
yeah,
I
because
didn't
I
get it. So.
like as a kid, the jokes went over my head, but I watched movies, and as a kid, get that these are bad movies. I don't like you, but like, oh, okay, I
Mhm,
gotcha.
mhm.
They're just there, and they, but I got the skids and the robot. So yeah, so that was a big thing for because like on weekends, I would just like watch it, and
Yeah, that
sometimes,
shit did come on Saturdays or something, like middle early Saturday mornings or something.
yeah, and sometimes I would just like chill, nap. It was great.
Ugh, I don't know, man. Just to see, just to wake up randomly from playing a game binge or something in the middle of the night, and just wondering, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is these little? Why are they talking about the movie? And watching it and not knowing what the fuck. I had no context for it, so I was fucking confused.
Yeah, they were riffing bad movies.
And I wouldn't know about riffs for like 20 years after that. So.
Yeah, and then afterwards, they became riff tracks for most part.
Yes.
And and they recently did the Star Wars special. Like, oh god, those poor souls.
Mm.
'Cause I fell asleep listening to them riff the movie.
Fell asleep.
And like, oh,
It really must have been boring. You know what I mean? It must have been boring because it must not have had any good jokes.
no, it's good. It's just late at night. Listening to them. Like, yeah, then relaxed and fell asleep. It was all good. But yeah, no. But they were they're they're riffing the movie. Bar. or
Nice.
special like when I'm saying, "Oh dear God, kill me now," something like that, or
Um,
or
go on.
or was one just like, "Can I leave? I gotta go cry." like damn. But yeah, I don't blame them.
um, same. All my answers are the same. I remember all that stuff back then, especially like more in the early '90s. Like Nickelodeon was a
Mm-hmm.
factor, and had like Cliff Explains It All, Salute Your Shorts, Hey Dude,
Mm-hmm.
Eureka's Castle, but I was like on Nick Jr. and shit.
Yeah, Eureka's Castle's great. So what else?
Freshman
Yeah.
High or something. That little trail you showed me or something.
Oh yeah. Welcome, fresh.
Welcome Freshman, which was short lived or something. I vaguely remember something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2 seasons maybe. And it was
Round,
like yeah,
round the house or something.
around the house. That was a good one. What else?
Nick at News at Night or something.
Yeah, and then Nick News, Nick at Night stuff,
Oh,
and I
Nick at
remember.
Night. They actually had heart back then compared to now.
Yeah, there are lots of stuff like that. Like, I Love Lucy, um, Taxi,
Oh yeah, everybody loves Connor, Night
um,
Court, Three's
Night Court,
Company,
um,
Witched. I love Genie. I
Witch,
Dream of Genie.
and Jordania, and after Hitchcock for a period, Dragnet, Good Times.
Good times, even though it was like Nick at Night started at 9 o'clock. They always
Yeah,
ended. Nickelodeon ended with that little kid going to bed and everything. That's singing Nickelodeon.
yeah, yeah. Make a night, and that's kind of like, you know, this for adults,
Nick at
for
Night was
parents.
allegedly for adults because all kids, which had a bedtime at 9 o'clock. Yes. So here's the thing.
Yeah, allegedly. Well,
Allegedly,
allegedly.
9 o'clock. I mean, I was a goody two shoes. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, so
Yeah.
up
The
until like
thing
middle
is,
school, whatever.
yeah, middle school stuff up a little bit later, but yeah, like I would watch like during like New Year's, they used to do this like Casey Kasem used to do this countdown of Nick and Night stuff,
Hmm.
and I would watch like these top episodes. So it was like Hitchcock, like Bob Newhart, uh,
Oh, the Bob Newhart show.
Dick Van Dyke, sometimes Dragnet. It was like really neat.
Really?
Yeah, I did for like a couple of years. It's like mid 90s, I'd like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like 94, maybe? 93, 94.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good time.
I remember at nighttime, if we're talking nighttime shows or whatever, I remember Monday nights, every Monday night at 9:30, Mom watched Murphy Brown, which was actually good.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing screamed Monday nights than my mom watching Murphy Brown and some other random shows I just thought they were boring because I was a kid.
True.
I did have a secret love somehow in my subconscious about Night Court because that show still did last like on NBC or something in the early '90s for like a hot minute before it ended.
Yeah, it was like some of the same people worked at Barney Miller worked at Night Court, which is like their equivalent of Night Court. Good
Hmm.
stuff.
Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What was that show that was a spin-off of Golden Girls? The doctor and his daughters.
Emptiness.
Empty Nest.
Emptiness.
Empty Nest. Yeah. The dog and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Another big show I remember was Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I I think that was like my beginning love of like adult women, maybe because Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman came on Saturday nights, and it was like very like a kind of wholesome Toki League show or something, but it
Mhm.
was good, very good.
Yeah.
Right? It was very good back then. And the biggest thing is if Dr. Quinn and the guy would ever hook up. And it didn't hook up at least until like season like the fourth season or something when they hooked up and got married.
Mhm.
That was like a big soap, kind of nightly soap or weekend soap or something.
Yeah, it was kind of like soap opera.
Um, um, Nick at Night, Nickelodeon. Disney Channel was also going through a renaissance because Disney Channel was a big thing, and I didn't get Disney Channel released until like a couple of years. When I did, had so many good shows at night. Like movies, they could actually show fucking Star Wars without no
Mhm.
impeachment or whatever. Disney Channel in the 90s at night were so good. It pulled anything, like anything you could think of, like Felix the Cat, the film or whatever, the movie,
Mhm.
My Little Pony,
Mhm.
any movie, cartoon, animated film, like the little toaster, or most random movies on every night after they had the like afternoon run up until the evening, and I loved that shit growing up.
Mhm.
And then at 9 o'clock or 10, they had like Vault Disney, which is so fucking iconic because they showed all the old school Disney shit. And
Mhm.
failsafe, a fucking failsafe I stand by to this day, is that you know that your ass should be in bed if you fucking see Zorro pop up randomly in your room.
Yeah. So we gotta sleep.
If you ever stay up to fucking Zorro, that's a problem, and you need to go to take your ass to bed.
Yeah.
I personally never watched Zorro. It wasn't my thing. I just remember the fucking. I just remember the fucking opening. God.
Zorro.
Zorro! And, oh shit! Like, okay, it's very dramatic. Okay, I see. It's forever in my
Mhm.
mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Then of course, then there was like the Ink and Paint Club later. Then whatever random old school Disney films they showed, like at 2 a.m.
Mhm.
And for some odd reason, I do a lot of waking up downstairs and shit.
Mhm.
Sometimes as I was growing up, I found myself like sleeping downstairs until waking up and I had to go upstairs to my room. I always just find myself like sleeping and waking up at the most random times, saying, "Oh shit, I gotta go to bed."
Mhm.
But it was interesting knowing that these movies came out and they stuck with me, I guess.
Mhm. True.
And yes, I could explain. We could go over the whole Cartoon Network fiasco, but again, I think we've gone enough through all the iconic, more or less iconic Cartoon Network lore.
True. We
It
did.
was good. It was not great. That's the golden years. They actually had a period. Like if it was summer shows. If it was like fall, Thanksgiving, they showed like Charlie Brown or something. Christmas, especially, they went all
Mhm.
out. That shit was great.
Yeah.
There was anything they could do wrong. It was great.
Mhm.
I will
Yeah.
say, go on, you go first.
I mean, exactly. Like that was the time you could enjoy Christmas cartoons and just have fun.
Fun. You don't have to think about anything after you did your homework or whatever. You just enjoy whatever shows they were
Mhm.
on. It was just so fun and not wholesome,
Mhm.
but very fun and entertaining.
Mhm.
Like any of us, as you know us, if you were paying attention, we also
Mhm.
watched Toonami, which was a big fiasco,
Mhm.
which was like fun for us because it was really much. I'm thinking that was like more of or less the beginning for anime people to know what anime was.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though I knew what anime was like maybe a year or two before all that shit because some of the anime shows came on syndication before it came on Toonami, so I got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, when they were like gonna show Dragon Ball Z and shit, I was hooked. Sailor Moon, all that shit, I was hooked. Ronin Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
Gundam Wing,
Oh yeah.
and well, before they went anime-esque hardcore with it, of course it was just like Thundercats, Zoroids or something, I think. Space
Yeah.
Ghost, Hawkman, what?
Yeah.
There was like various other. Cartoon Network went through a lot of upheaval during that period.
Yeah. Johnny Quest
Oh,
too.
Johnny Quest was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I do like the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, even though that was short lived.
Yeah, I like that.
A little bit darker, I would say.
Yeah, it was.
And finding out that Race had a daughter somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he's had her for years since like the 80s.
I had no clue.
Yeah, because they used to have Johnny Quest movies, and in 1 minute, Johnny Quest's mom was alive for like a few minutes there
Oh,
before she got killed, and yeah,
oh God! Wait, I thought she died of childbirth. She actually got killed. God.
yep, against Dr. Zen.
Oh my God, Michael, this is talking to me. God.
Yeah, it was the thing.
Okay, I gotta look up my. Okay, I
And
gotta look up my information now. Okay.
yeah, and that's I think when I first saw Race had a daughter. She was introduced in the movie, I think.
Was she a redhead or like blonde or something?
Yeah, she was red.
Okay, so they were very consistent. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Michael. You've unlocked my thing. I want to look more up onto Johnny Quest stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the late from 90s when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was for like years.
Roger that.
I have to look. I forget the name. Yeah.
I'm positive you'll find it and show it to
Yep.
me. While
Nice.
I'm going.
Gonna check.
While he's doing that, I guess I'll go into other minor things. Snick, big thing, Nickelodeon. It's a Saturday night. Uh, typical thing. Clarissa explains it all. All that was introduced. That was a good show. Secret Word of Alex Mack. Are you afraid of the dark? One of the scariest shows out there for cat and shit. It's more scarier than fucking Goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Goosebumps is enjoyable now, even though that shit's just as twisted. Are You Afraid of the
Mm-hmm.
Dark had its hold on my childhood because sometimes those stories went dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you see like a young Ryan Gosling at the time. Hmm. Anything else about Snick that was great? The Amanda Show, which was later Keenan and Kel. There's a couple of other things too, which I can't really think about right now, but all of it was good. Before it got kind of bad. Hmm. Anything else about shows? Oh, we had like it's WB, which had Michigan J Frog for the mascot for a hot minute, which was great. Um, had all those little shows, but
Okay. I found it.
yay!
It was Johnny's Golden Quest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, from 1992.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's been years. I do remember.
Wow, I'm glad you found it.
Or 9-3 rather, but yeah.
Wow, I'm glad you found it, buddy.
Yeah, it was a thing. Well, that's right, it premiered on USA Network.
Oh man, USA Network? Really?
Yeah, that's right, now I remember. It was on USA Network
Wow.
in 1993. Sweet.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, USA Network had some okay cartoon shows at the time in the mid '90s.
Yeah.
There was one show I loved watching on USA Network, most likely after the cartoons went off, was Weird Science, the show.
Yeah, Weird Science good.
And of course, I only fell for it because it was a hot blonde chick and everything. So, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I was simping for her. Just before simping, I just had a crush. So, yeah. I don't know. It just seemed great. It was just two nerds in the bowels of puberty making a computer generated girl who can grant wishes,
Mm-hmm.
which didn't always go well because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's my creation. It's real. Oh, but anyway,
Yeah,
if I would have mentioned this to Chris, he'd say, "What the fuck is
true.
that?" Like, what the fuck is this?
Really would.
What is this? A good
Yeah,
show. It is.
it was a good show.
It was
Just like,
good. It actually went on for a couple of seasons, actually. So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
popular.
It was very popular. Like, I remember watching like Denver Lost Dinosaur.
And where
Um,
was dinosaur? Yeah.
and of course, dinosaurs.
Oh, dude, dinosaurs. That is so
It,
fucking 80s metal right there.
it had a kick-ass opening.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I forget the plot, but it's like a kick-ass opening. Dinosaurs.
Good
Uh,
dinosaurs versus bad dinosaurs. That's pretty much it.
yeah, it was like Transformers for dinosaurs, more or less.
And four kids with wings or something. I don't know. And they got
Yeah,
their
yeah,
own,
the
and they got their own
ring.
fucking vehicles or something.
Yeah, that's kind of like, yeah. Felt like Transformers there. Yeah, but only dinosaurs. But I enjoyed it for its time.
Yeah, and like you, and I think Pops. I remember vaguely.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, Problem Child, the television series, was kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah, I remember that show too.
Mortal Kombat, the Green Dragon, or whatever, which was so scary for me. Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So USA Network had some good shows, and I now remember Trinity of Terror or Trinity of Terror or something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the second movie of it, but I remember watching
Trilogy.
Trilogy of Terror. Thank you. I remember one like when it came out. My mom watched this like on a Sunday, and it should have been on for like hours. But this was with commercials and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear, I thought I dreamt this thing because I could never remember the life of me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found out about it, I asked my mom. She doesn't remember a thing. Apparently, she was the one to watch the damn thing on Sunday on USA Network, and she doesn't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on!
Mm-hmm.
I hate when parents pull that shit. I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
watching that. You watched it!
Yeah.
And then she just says, "Oh, it probably wasn't that good." What? It seemed good if you watched the darn thing. All 2 hours, I think.
True.
But whatever. This is beside the point. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So USA Network it had some good movies or shows at the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well from the '80s. and a little bit repeats. CBS had a couple of good shows on the day.
Hmm. That's right, didn't it?
Well, it was like Skeleton. Well, a little bit later, it was one of your favorite shows, The Pirate of Darkwater.
Yeah, that's right. It's Darkwater. California.
This day, it is to this day, it is unfinished.
That's that way.
There's been no real conclusion to that show, which is just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's been 30 years. What the fuck?
True. Like Garfield was on CBS, Teenage
Garfield
Ninja
and
Turtles,
Friends, yes. Muppet
Teenage Ninja
Babies.
Turtles, yes, Muppet Babies.
TMNT, but this was like when they went a little bit darker with it.
Yeah, and then introduced Tony J's character as the main villain. After Shredder Krang got the boot. I mean, it lasts long, but it's so fun.
From what if you can remember, it was on, and think, what the fuck's going on?
True.
I got lost. Like, wow, okay.
I mean, I watched like just about every episode.
Nice, lucky bastard. I remember, like, they had like the upgraded team. Well, this is like in waves. After your initial first couple of episodes, then they went to newer episodes, but then the animation got better. I remember
True.
those being played on more on CBS, and then it went to the darker season, like season 9 or 10.
Yeah, I think it lasts like 10 seasons. Didn't be like short, but they at least defeated Tony J's character. His name it. Drag, Drax. Very good.
And why the fuck was everything red?
No clue. I think he's just trying to bring his universe.
Okay, I'll believe it. Okay.
It's been a while.
Yes,
Since last season.
Skeleton Warriors was like a short-lived show.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that shit. Wildcats, another good show, which was short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey Cooper and His Secret Diary or something, which is another short-lived show on CBS, which was good. I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had ABC for one Saturday morning, which was big, more or less, as the years went by on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, I remember here, because of course it's been 30 years. Remember those old bumpers on ABC, like after these messages, we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get that shit anymore. You don't get no,
Sure.
You don't get no fucking bumpers anymore to tell you that we'll be right back after these messages.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and Fox Kids, we can pretty much tell you that it was great. It's WB, great. Anything that came on early on the Saturday morning to tell you that it's Saturday morning, get your ass up is great. And I was more of a big kid when I continued watching Saturday morning cartoons as I was growing up as a teenager. I did still watch it. Mike pulled a fucking doozy and said, "Oh, I'm a teenager now. I'm just gonna be staying asleep until like 11 o'clock, like a regular other teenager."
Oh yeah, and record the things. I didn't have to wake up early.
My God, Mike, you broke a rule. You fucking broke a rule.
Oh yeah, I became short as I got older. Fuck this shit. Record.
Oh my God! Why is it fucking shoulder?
Record it, man. Glorious invention of VCR. Glorious.
Okay. Yes, as kids, we also had to as we got up, grew up, we had to master the art of recording and shit, which was the thing.
Oh
On
yeah.
VHS and making sure there's enough tape.
Exactly.
There were times I actually had to. There were times I actually had to have my mom record some shows I wanted because when I was like in track, I was like in special ed track and field or something. I said, "Mom, I put the tape in. I left it on the channel. By 9 o'clock or something, you need to record this show and let it go. It'll be fine."
Mm-hmm.
Which was fine and fun because commercials are fun and good.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
though even if you were a master at it or knew that as soon as it went into commercial, you stopped, rewind a little, stop,
Yeah.
and wait until it comes back on, record it.
Yep.
That's how we did it back in the day.
Yep.
And it was great. I would say it was great because sometimes you recorded a commercial just if you wanted, if you were busy, but at the same time, that's how you did it with recording.
Pretty much.
And actually, now that I think about it, I did in my high school years. I did watch soaps, particularly on the NBC. So I had to, I had to record like Days of Our Lives and Passions. So that was a thing. I don't want to. I will not
Mm-hmm.
go into it because that's a different thing. I will never talk about it because I will spare my
That's
little.
different animal. Because soap operas were a weird, wild thing.
It was something your grandma watched that you just oh god
Yeah, your grandma, mom would watch. What
I'm
the
trying to
hell?
I'm trying to watch the stories. Go away.
That story about Jane and Bob, and how one of them was in a coma for 12 years and he waked up, and then really she loves my sister, but really it's my aunt. Dun, dun, dun.
You're not wrong. You're
I
not
mean,
wrong. You're not wrong.
I remember some of those stories. I was like, oh god, that's some fun of that shit.
I mean, you're not wrong. That was how the way it was.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know those tropes, sadly, because my mom would watch soap operas back in the days.
May I ask what she watched?
Um, Days Are Lives, I believe.
Okay.
I think she also watched at a hospital.
Ooh. Okay.
I forget. But I believe Days Are Lives are main one, because I remember sometimes she'd be off, she'd be watching. What?
Of course she would.
I'd be like, what?
Stefano,
I'd be like,
Demira, Malena, Jack,
yeah.
John Black, Hope,
Mm-hmm.
some character named Kyriakis and shit.
Yeah.
And fun fact, Jennifer Aniston's father played an important character in that show for years.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think they go by different last names, but that is her father.
Yeah. Probably. Stage name versus probably real name.
Anyway, that was soaps were a big factor for moms and grandmas in the 90s.
Yep.
You don't fuck with them with that shit. So just
Yeah.
go play something or something.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember those times my mom used to watch Anne of Green Gables. And so those was a good time for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like, like show from the 70s, I wanna say.
Oh, okay.
It was like based on book series, I remember correctly, but she's like that stuff.
Speaking of book series, I know we had a conversation like this in like a previous episode or something we had like in the 90s or something on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
But book reading became a big factor for me like around 1994 and 95 when I really got into books, and that was thanks to Animorphs, and it really opened my mind to the foundation of reading is very important to do.
That definitely. Classic. Those book fairs.
Book fairs were the okay. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Book fairs were the bomb. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, they were. Goosebumps. Classic.
Scholastic bookstores. Animorphs, maybe Boxcar Children. I can't remember if that were them.
Yeah, Boxcar Children. It's have their books re-released. Good stuff.
They did, and actually, I got into reading. I liked Animorphs, but the Boxcar Children were great. I love the Boxcar
I love
Children.
them. Yeah, I got some of them books. So they
Same.
got the first one somewhere around there.
Oh, good. Make sure if you ever find it, take a picture. That's good to have.
Yeah, I gotta look for it there. Put it in the box more.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't into Goosebumps. My friend was, but
Uh-huh.
I'm aware of all the creepy things of it because the haunted mask forever haunted my dreams because
Haunted Mask. First Goosebump book I ever read was Scarecrow Walks at Midnight.
man, what the fuck was up with that shit?
I don't know why, but it was like about scarecrows, and that attracted to me. And I started reading from them. Good times.
And you probably, knowing you probably finished that shit within a day or two.
Yeah.
I
Like,
I took my time with my shit because that was the only books I had, so it's like, but I'll take my time with this. I finished it like in a couple of days, but I loved it reading.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now I remember you did read all of the Lord of the Rings books in the summer.
Yes. For like 7 days.
You have big dedication, bro.
Yeah, that's true. And dedication was just that book. Gonna stop till I did.
Then again, we had no. I mean, then again, this was like also without internet and shit. So of course you did.
Yep.
It was the summer, right? I remember. I recall it was the summer for you with all that shit. Or was that? I forget. It was one of those
Yeah, it
two.
was summer. It was about summertime.
Mm. Oh, because I'm guessing also there was nothing on during the day in the summer.
That's true enough.
All the good shit happened in the afternoon and the evening.
Yep.
So I can see why your mornings would be. I can see now why that would hold your interest reading.
Pretty much.
Hmm. But then again, I'm not sure if you had like an afternoon like little, little scenario you had for yourself during the summer.
Mm, I don't think I did. I just woke up with everyone. Well,
I swear, Michael, if we were friends as in middle school or something, I'm not sure how I would feel with you waking up whenever you want and everything. I would think you were kind of cool doing the whole teenagery thing, and I'm still like a little kid and everything in my mind and shit, playing with toys.
bro. Like, oh, cool. He is asleep in.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I was like waking up in the morning to get shit done, not sleeping in. That's like half your fucking day. Like, hey, no, you gotta enjoy your summer. You gotta binge, enjoy energy.
Nah, I don't have energy. So yeah, you know, chillax. Wake up when I want to. Yeah, good time.
For you, yes, that is a big thing for you.
Yeah.
I really fucking enjoyed playing action figure toys growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think the last time I played all my toys was, and this is like embarrassing to say, but I don't really care. I'm 36 now. I think I continued playing action figures at least until I was like 15, actually, because it just activated my
Mm-hmm.
imagination and everything. And it's just like, wow, I'm going to really put these games
Mm-hmm.
good one day. And I did. So that's kind of sad and interesting to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with your toys and shit, that was like, that's a big thing. Coming up with
Mm-hmm.
scenarios. It's like your own very own fan fiction. When you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So many,
Sure.
so many things to love and enjoy and think about think about the past that you enjoyed as an adult, and knowing that you
Mm-hmm.
never really go back to it badly.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, wondering, wow, toys aren't really a big factor for kids except for like adults. Now that I think about it,
True.
I mean, do you see kids buy and play with toys anymore?
Not much, sadly.
It's a dying breed, man.
Yeah, I mean, except for like Layla. That's like the only.
Layla is adorable and 5, so yes,
Yeah.
she is
Yeah.
5. She is adorable, little Layla Ladybug. She is
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, she is. Except for her, she's the only one I know who plays toys.
Did she ever move on from Frozen?
A little bit. She didn't watch the new movie Saturday.
Wait, what new
For,
movie?
for Encanto. Like
Oh,
my
how was
mom.
that? Oh wait, how was that one?
It's good from what I heard.
Oh shit, I gotta watch that then. Good.
Yeah, because like my mom and Mitch and her went to theaters to watch. It's really cute.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like twice she's been in theaters. So she's been a good girl. Whatever. Just enjoy herself, so that's good.
Okay, okay. I'll go into the movie theater as a little kid. That's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of theaters, you couldn't go see Batman Returns.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck
Well,
was up with that?
well, because my mom believing those labels.
What labels did it have?
You know,
Am I lose? Did I lose something in translation? What labels?
PG-13 R, PG.
Oh, you really let that shit bother? Seriously, it was the '90s. You gotta let that shit bother you. Come on, bro.
No, that's my mom, not me. I didn't give a shit.
Michael, you watched fucking okay before me as a kid. You watched Bruce Willis's Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. Die Hard,
You watched
Predator,
that? The Crypt Keeper? Somehow you watched that to get away with it?
Robocop. Hey, I just can go. Didn't mean I can watch it on TV.
Something about seeing it in theaters but still watching it on TV is very baffling to
Mm. Anyway,
me. Michael,
I still got to see them.
I have a question.
Mm.
I'm positive. It's not like you really declared what you watched on TV in front of your parents.
No, no, but I still watch.
You're just as bad as the rest of us were, you ass.
Yeah, of course. I was a kid. Sneaky.
You watched that. You watched Beavis and Butthead. Shit.
Oh yeah, good times, good times.
I mean, even though that's not like a show I really cared for, I did like
You
watching The Head at 4th grade, which I guess I was like, oh no.
do America good.
Well, that was more you. I prefer The Head.
Mm-hmm.
And Eon Flux, even though that show was confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
I will never understand Eon Flux.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I remember watching that movie in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still fucking confused when I think about it. I remember nothing. Nothing.
True.
I remember nothing about that damn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, oh god, '90s lore. What else to say about '90s that you didn't know about us? I can't think much about it except I guess our fashion was okay as kids. I'd say jeans,
Mm-hmm.
the shirt, whatever you could find and wear.
Mm-hmm.
I had braces growing up until like I was like in sophomore or junior high. I was like a sophomore or junior into high school when I had
Mm-hmm.
braces. I had glasses by 10th grade, I think. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was something. Knowing how to get glasses. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
You always wore glasses, right, Mike?
I didn't wear glasses till 8th grade.
Wow, that's interesting. I had no clue. I thought you always wore
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah, no, I had good at stuff. 8th grade, I started going shit.
Did you like wearing glasses or no? Or you just didn't care?
I didn't care.
Oh my
As long
god.
as
What the fuck was your personality in the 90s? I can't determine it.
it was relaxed.
Keep saying that.
Yeah, that's a pattern. It's relaxed. It was fun. Nerdy relaxed. So,
Okay, here's the most important question of the night then. What comics did you read growing up a little bit?
Batman, a little bit, and stuff. Scooby Doo occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much anything.
When did you stop reading comics?
Mm. There again, like there was a period where I didn't, but then I picked up again in college.
And then you got invested with this story and then figuring out all the new continuity that you understood maybe more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Realized that, well, no, this was like, no, Nightwing became Nightwing in the 70s, so he was wearing Nightwing in the 90s and 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much figuring out Tim Drake's whole role maybe and who the fuck Damien was.
Mm-hmm.
Batgirl was
Yep.
no Batgirl. Well, no, Batgirl became no. Barbara was still Oracle in the late '80s, so you knew about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cassandra. What's her name? Cassie.
Starting okay.
Cassandra Cain. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Should go on her deal being the new Batgirl,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, yeah.
you loving that character as Batgirl because she is freaking great, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. For me, X-Men, Fantastic Four later. Then I got out of it in high school, and I got back into it like much late, like in like when I was like in like 20 years old. I got back a little bit. I got back into it a little. Then by the
Mm-hmm.
time I got my first job, I got back into comics, more particularly Fantastic Four, and trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with the X-Men at the time. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then I pretty much been on it for like a long while now with comics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you remember TGIF?
Yes, TJ. Good.
Order and
Family
Eats,
Matters.
or the Oracle Show, as everyone called it back in the day.
Yeah,
Um,
Order for a
step
while.
step by step. Oh,
Yeah, hanging Mr. Cooper.
oh my God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
God, I want to cry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh God, and then I guess on Wednesday nights it was like Home Improvement or whatever.
Yeah, Bruno.
A little bit later was Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Friday nights, which I loved.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, HIF was it, and then it died
Mm-hmm.
somehow. Oh right, Boy Meets World, which everyone grew up with apparently. Which okay,
Mm-hmm.
I
See?
honestly wasn't really a big Boy Meets World fan, but I was aware of it more. I liked it later, after they were like out of high school and in college. I think I enjoyed it more.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole Corey and Topanga thing wasn't really a big deal for me. I knew who they were, but okay, whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the most devoted person to their relationship, and honestly, any shows that came on at night like that are like a soap for teens or kids or something.
That is true.
Um, all right. What was anime like in the 90s? Good. It was some good shit, even though that shit was on the ground. I miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Suncoast! Sam Goody!
Uh, Sanka, same pretty good time.
Makeshift anime-esque nerd shit.
Yeah, remember they
What's anime? It was underground. No one knew about it, so I had to learn about this shit by myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Learn the rules of the trade.
Yeah.
You anime fans nowadays do not know pain. You don't. You know nothing
Sure.
about the foundation of where this was built.
Mm-hmm.
So I will never want to hear any one of you younger folks say
Mm-hmm.
that, oh, I don't know, guys. This isn't the best and everything. I have nothing else to watch. I mean, what else is there else to watch? I mean, subbed or dubbed. I mean, ew. You try finding this shit on VHS and
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to what it says. And the fact that this shit came out, you had no idea when the next volume was going to come out. Oh,
Sure.
and had to pray that it was like going to come out in like a couple of months of the same year.
Mm-hmm.
You know nothing of pain.
Mm-hmm.
You have everything at your fingertips. There should never be anything about, well, anime is not that good nowadays. What else do you know? Do you want to go back to the 90s when the shit was coming out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As much as I love it, that shit was hard. We had to go through
Mm-hmm.
like bad dubbing sometimes and script rewrites because it didn't really match and everything, what the story was intending. Yes, there
Mm-hmm.
was some bad dubs back then, and some things I don't really agree with what they were writing for scripts at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like thinking like some characters was a lesbian when they're really not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going by ADV's Galaxy Frontline Una Return, but that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get when everyone says I wanted to match what it was saying. I want that too. However,
Mm-hmm.
there are dubs now that are very pretty much accurate to it too, more or less.
Sure.
Even if the wording is different because it has to
Mm-hmm.
translate to Americans or English viewers
Yeah.
just as much as it has to translate for like anyone else who is not English.
Mm-hmm.
So stop that, you sub lovers. Get over it, seriously. If you guys are so pure, love it. Come on, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Michael, is there anything else I missed about 90s?
No, I mean, no, science like for me, science like Mr. Science, Puppet Master movies were
Oh
big.
God, any kind of oh fuck, oh the movies. You really
Mm-hmm.
like those Puppet Master films somehow.
Yeah, they're corny and probably shitty. Well, they are, but they're fun to me. So yeah, I got into them just because sci-fi had them. They're, they're entertaining. The puppets were cool, and gave no fucks about the human characters. They sucked usually. It's all about the puppets, baby.
I was not really into the niche movies as Mike was, depending. I was like pretty prominent with like when the mainstream films that were coming out, like TMNT, 1, 2, 3, Ninjas, Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else was there? Oh, um, oh God, there's like a lot of films that were coming out. Batman movies, Terminator. Uh, oh right, Freddy Krueger was still a factor in there too, and Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, and Friday the 13th. God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh God, I remember when Scream came out. That was so big back in the mid 90s. That was big.
Mm-hmm.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Its
Mm-hmm.
sequel, American Pie, 1999. He fucks a
Mm-hmm.
pie. That's the joke. He fucks a pie.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you guys watch movies like that? It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Scary Movie came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bring It On, which I'm not sure if you ever watched or I'm not sure if you ever watched it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
No.
Ah, did you never watch Bring It On?
Nope.
Why? It's cheerleaders, bro.
Yeah.
They're fucking cheerleaders. They're wearing skirts and they're pretty
And
and it's funny.
then
Oh my god, what do you mean? And
and you're supposed to interest me?
yes,
Yeah. No.
attractive, attractive girls. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, the shadow's all I need. I don't need the story.
exactly. So why don't you watch it?
Because I didn't care for it.
Oh my god,
It
you
was just
break my
there.
heart.
Okay. It was just there.
Oh my god, Bring It On is not just there. It's
It was,
there.
it was great. It was just there. I forgot it was the thing until I brought it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is
And
not.
irrelevant.
This is unacceptable. I refuse. I refuse that you say that Bring It On is just there. It's not there. It's there. And you're supposed to enjoy it.
It's there.
Dude,
It's
it's
there.
Kirsten Dunst and Gabrielle Union and Eliza Dushku.
Great. Didn't care for them.
Oh, you owned me so much, sir. Why?
Like, those three did not track. Maybe Gabriel Union and 10 things I made about you? Yes. Bring it on. No.
Oh, you are. Oh, you are. Oh my God, you've gotten so better at the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
10
good.
things I hate about you still holds up. Yes,
It's a,
that's a fucking great. That's a fucking great teenage film.
like that. That's all I needed.
Oh, Oh, I get it because of the whole Shakespearean thing of the shrew.
Yeah, Damien Shrew.
Julia Stiles and
Uh,
oh, what's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, rest in peace.
May rest in peace. Yeah.
And some
Good actor.
other some other comers of the late '90s in that film, which is so
Yeah,
hopeless.
Jordan J. Gordon Levitt.
Yeah, yeah.
Joseph Gordon Levitt. Sister, I'm trying to remember.
Check girl that was Alex Mack. She was in there.
Yeah, Alex Max actress.
Gabrielle Union was in it for like a brief second.
Yeah. Played, younger sister's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Greg was a good film.
It is. Oh, the vice principal or whatever. She was like in that show Mom later.
Oh yeah,
She was the one that said she said something. She was the sarcastic lady, which they really needed to make it more about her. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, kangaroo boy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Go. But yeah, 10 things I hate about you. It's a fucking great film.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those films you watch as a teen at the time. It's like, yeah, you can see yourself in one of those characters or whatever. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure where Michael's humor is when it comes to Bring It On, which is still a big no-no for me because how dare you never watch Bring It On and not just say it's there, bro? You don't say that to that film.
Exactly, that was true. There. It just came and went like, oh, okay.
Where is your drive as a man?
Wasn't there.
fucking nerd.
Like, I didn't give a shit about them.
Well, there are a lot of things I didn't give a shit about, Mike, that I watched the shows and movies, and there were some things you didn't care for. You fucker.
Yeah. Good times.
Good times. And we are an hour and almost 40 minutes in. So,
Oh, wow.
I think we got some good material for today.
I think we did.
Any closing thoughts?
Well, the 90s, we went back to as kids, just interesting times. No internet, so we had to make do with what was available. Often we had to entertain ourselves.
Yes, and good and bad. It was our childhood, and even though that for us that was like golden years, for the future generations, it's probably
Mm-hmm.
just a time in the 1900s. You fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess younger folk would think that the 90s were just a faux pas of, but you guys had nothing. You had like, I remember one kid
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what a floppy disk was, and I had to tell him what it was. Like, oof, this hurts.
Mm-hmm.
What's a floppy disk?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to cry. Like, oh my god, what? I have to explain what a floppy disk is? Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then mentioning he meant, and I remember the kid just mentioned something about, but you guys didn't have anything. You guys didn't have, so I got blockbuster. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to cry. Like, ah, don't wound me like this. Stop, please.
Oh, yeah. Good time.
It hurts, but it's good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, 90s, you'll forever live in our hearts as we get older and shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that is for this is for today's episode. I look forward to any more episodes in the future or before the end of the year, hopefully.
Yes.
We will try to keep you updated as much as we can on what we're doing. And if not, well, I guess we'll see you next time on CJM Extra.
Later, guys.
Take care.
Peace.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.